Welcome to Middle Class Matters, Business News in English from Dr. CMA Allegation. National Important News Items. Point number 1. 5-member judge, including Chief Justice of India, a constitutional bench of the Supreme Court, to begin final hearing on Article 370 from August 2 on day-to-day basis. That is, the BJP government has revoked the Article 370, which gave a special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Now the Jammu and Kashmir state has been divided into 3 union territories, and the Article 370 special provision given from the independence to till the date of its repeal, the Jammu and Kashmir was enjoying a special status, and that has been removed. Point number 2. Jammu and Kashmir parties welcomed decision by Supreme Court and expressed hope for getting justice. Point number 3. Supreme Court stays National Green Tribunal order appointing Delhi Lieutenant Governor as panel chairman of high-level committee to deal with pollution in Yamuna River. So that means that the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi cannot become the chairman of the National Green Tribunal. Point number 4. Maharashtra Speaker contended that Supreme Court will not fix time for disqualification decision on MLAs. In specific time, if specific time is fixed, it would be judiciary interfering in legislature turf. It is high time that timeline should be fixed for all the executives to take decisions in the interest of natural justice. Justice delayed is justice denied. Actually, in India, that is what is happening. Justice is denied to genuine cases. Only fraud, all criminals are delaying the justice system in the name of taking the justice. But the real persons who are sufferers due to these criminals, say the criminals' activities, either the politicians or the executives, because of the wrong actions, the real people are not getting the thing. Thackeray faction has cited a Supreme Court order of 2020 asking Manipur Speaker to decide within a reasonable period of 3 months the disqualification petitions filed in Supreme Court. Maharashtra Speaker now itself says that 3 months is inadequate since several witnesses needs to be examined along with oral and written statement of both the groups. So that means that the Speaker is going to delay the verdict until the time of that Maharashtra Assembly expires. That means that up to the 5 years period, the speaker who is nominated by the BJP and the present dispensation which is in ruling, they are going to continue as a non-effective government, and this is how the governments or the parties are split by the people. Parties are through the enforcement directorate, people are raided, the other party people are being raided, and they are forced to come to the rescue of the people to form the government. That is how most of the state governments are formed. In Karnataka also, previously they formed the government like that. In Madhya Pradesh they have formed, and they almost all northeastern state they have formed like this. In West Bengal they have taken a lot of people like this. So throughout India, the enforcement directorate is misused to the core, and the office of the speaker is also misused. And the courts are also not giving, in the case of the challenge of any, say the election of any person, within 3 months, either way it should be decided, whether it is X or Y, whoever is going to become, it should be correctly known. A wrong person should not be allowed to continue even a day. Even that 90 days itself is a very long period. We are having enough number of people in this country to come for arguments, and there are a lot of people who can be given as judges, who can be nominated, who can be promoted as judges, and they can hear the cases on a day-to-day basis. If required, on 3-shift basis, they can hear the cases, and we can close it. So the Supreme Court should take the right decision of fixing. Say, when we get employed in the companies, people say that within 48 hours we should decide the cases. The decisions has to be given either way, whether we accept it or to reject it. We cannot keep the files pending for a long time. It has to be decided on the spot. In most of the cases, it has to be decided on the spot. So you hear both the cases and decide it. Why they prolong it for 5 years and then you give a decision or not? Then you say that it cannot be challenged. Once a person is the election result is announced, their party is fixed. Let the people go from that party. That person can be removed, and if it is removed, why will be nominated by the party as a MLA or that particular post. So we have to bring in discipline in the political and executive era. Then only the country will progress. Otherwise, we will 2 steps up and 10 steps we will be going backward. So the Supreme Court should take a clear-cut demarcation and clear-cut instructions that it should be decided. The governors keeping the files for months together, years together, and some governors saying that if I am keeping the file pending, it is as if it is expired, the file is expired. Is this the way to run the government? Why we should have election? Then cancel the election, let us go for autocratic or say the king rule. In the name of democracy, we are having the kings only. The politicians have become kings now. So let's have a clear-cut, say the ruling from the Supreme Court. Yes, every position requires decision within time. Even the Supreme Court taking up the Article 370 hearing after 4 years is it's like not justice at all. Unimportant cases, every other fellow who comes and files a SLP and he gets hearing from the Supreme Court. So this should be avoided. Supreme Court should pass strict rulings and yes, Speaker should decide within 3 months. If he is not able to decide, let him step down. Let us dissolve the assembly and we'll go for fresh elections. So Supreme Court should come heavily on these people and they should be taken to task. That file should be decided within 48 hours. Even if they say 8 hours working, 6 days, within 6 days, 7th day, it should be given, the decision should be given. Right or wrong will be decided by the court within in another 48 hours. So thereby we will get the efficient government. Why, when the developed countries can run the efficient governments, why India is lagging in this area? We are having only in the hope of Supreme Court, and that too the Chief Justice, the present Chief Justice is giving proper decisions. Let's hope for the best. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.